You are welcome to class. So we are going to start our sewing classes today. I have the fabric for the basic skirt here, basic slash pencil skirt. So we're going to make it in form of a pencil skirt. So the first thing we are going to do is, we have a lot of things to do, so we are going to be doing it gradually. So this is the back body, this is the front bodies, and this is the back body. So we are going to take away the front bodies and take aside the back bodies. So what I'm going to do now, it's actually very easy. I am going to make the dart. I told you in the class, in the first lesson, on the basic skirt, that we are going to make a sewing dart. So that is the first thing we are going to do here. So to if you've forgotten, let me just remind you, this is the zipper allowance which I folded the other time and I notch it. So now what I'm going to do now is just to create the dart. We are going to sew the dart first before joining the lining. So it's going to be a full package skirt. So wherever you want yours to be up to, that's where you're going to stop. If you're not going to add lining to it, you're not going to add lining, you're just going to sew the darts, then join your skirt. So it all depends on how you want it to be. So that's why I'm going to compile everything together. We are going to make a dart, we are going to join the lining, and we are going to join our skirt. So that is all into one. Now the first thing we are going to do is to locate where the dart is going to be. It's just very easy. We are going to take, remember that our waist measurement is 8 inches and we added 2 inches to it. So we are going to take 10 inches, then we go to the, then 8 inches divided by 2 is 4 inches, right? So how much that intake do we want it to be? So I'm going to use 1 inch. Going to do just to locate it. So how much that intake are we going to get? So it's 10 inches and we need 8 inches, so we can just take in 1 inches seam allowance. So let's add 1 inches to it to make it 5. So it's going to be 4 inches, which is our waist is 8 inches. So 8, let me explain all over again. The waist for the skirt that we did discuss earlier was 32 inches, and since it's on 4 folds, we are going to have 8 inches, and we added 2 inches for seam allowance. That make it 10 inches. Now we have 10 inches each on each part of the bodies for the skirt. So now, instead of using these 10 inches exactly like that, we're not going to use 10 inches like that, because we need uh that that intake. That is the reason why we do add seam allowance. Actually, it help us, it cover up all the lapses, all the excess that we need to make our skirt. So now I have this 8 inch. I have my 8 inches is the normal for the waist. So 8 divided by, 8 divided by 2, the half of 8, that is 4. So that is where the dart will be. But we're not going to get the dart like that, because we need to add the dart intake. So the dart intake is how much dart we are going to take in. So now I suggested we add 1 inches extra. You can add 0.5, depends on you, it depends on how much fabric you have. I'm going to add 1 inches to my dart to make it 4 plus 1 to make it 5 inches. So I'm going to mark it. I'm going to take my chalk now, then mark where the 5 inches will be, and from that 5 inches I'm going to measure 1 inches here. So I have 1 inches here. So this is where my dart will be. This is my dart intake. So I'm going to join this folded part here, then I'm going to fold it like this. So I'm going to have here. So if you have what do we call it, if you have what we call a pressing iron, you can just press it so that it's going to be very straight, because we need it to be straight as much as possible. So that is how we are going to start it. So we have this 1 inches now for the darts. So this is how we are going to take it to our sewing machine. But because we are beginner, I'm going to make it as simple as possible for us. So now I have it now. How long will my dart be? The dart for the back body is usually 5 inches long. So I'm going to go 5 inches. I'm going to measure 5 inches now. So now I'm going to sew, but before sewing, before taking it to our sewing machine, we need some pins. So I'm going to add the pins. Remember, it's 1 inches on fold, but since it's on fold now, it will be 0.5. So 0.5 at this side, 0.2, so I make it 1 inches. So I'm going to measure the 1 inches. One is 0.5 here, half of 1 inches. Then I'm going to use my pin to go down one after the other up to the 5 inches long. Let's mark the 5 inches long. Then I'm going down again. Remember, we are not going to go more than 0.5, so you have to be very careful while adding your dart. You can even use a ruler to straighten the line. So this is where it's going to stop. So now, how are we going to sew? We are just going to sew down from here and just come out here. Let me show you. Just straight down, then come out here. We are not going to sew and stop here, but I'm going to show you on the sewing machine. So let's go to the sewing machine and see what we are going to do now. Join. We are going to create the dart now. For look at the pin that I made. I forgot to measure it at the other time. I make sure that my pin is not exactly on that 0.5, because if you place the pin on this needle, it's going to spoil the needle. The needle will break. So we have to be very, very careful while working. We don't want to waste our needle. We don't want our needle to get damaged, because if the needle should get damaged, we have to change it. That is why I'm trying to be as careful as I can. So you have to do that as well. So the first thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the first needle, the first office pin. We can't take anything for granted, and make sure you have everything marked. So now I'm going to start exactly on that 0.5 here. So this is just a mechanical machine. It's not an electric. And even it's an electric, we will have gotten a seam wedge to help us. So now we are going to go back first. Start sewing. So I'm going to place my fabric on my machine, then I'll start sewing. I'm going to go back, then so now I'm sewing gradually and I'm removing the pins. So you know we are going to stop at 5 inches long. So that is where we are going to stop. But I'm going to add 0.25 inches to it, because we are going to add a lining. So by the time we add the lining, it's not going to be exact 5 inches again enough. So that is why I'm adding 0.25 inches to it. You can add 0.5 inches to it, depends on how excess you are willing to leave. So I'm going to remove this pin. This pin is a little bit stubborn, so I'm removing the last one as well. So now we are going 5.25. So I'm sewing gradually. So at this 5.25, I'm going to just come out like this. So that is how it's going to be. Then I'm going to cut it out. So after that, I'm going to open this thread here. Then I'm going to knot it. So this will prevent the dart from being bogus. So after sewing the darts, then we'll go to the pressing machine, a pressing iron, then iron the dart. Every seam must be ironed to make it very very neat. So I'm knotting it one, then I will knot it again. After that, I can cut out the excess thread from it. Yes. So now I can cut out the excess from it now. Then I'm cutting out here. After this, I have my darts. So that is how to create the darts, and this is how the dart is going to be. So the dart is very neat. That is how we are going to do the second one. So I have the second fabric with me, just like we did earlier. We are adding 5 inches to it. From the after the zipper allowance, we had 5 inches to it here. Then from that 5 inches, we are going to fold into half. Make sure you measure it very well, because it is very very important. So I'm measuring it again, just to be on the safe side. Measure twice, then sew once. That is the logic. So now I'm going to the 5 inches again. So after that, I am going to place it on my sewing machine. Measure 0.5 instead of 1 inch because it's now a fold. So measure is 0.5. Yes. Then sew down up to 5.25. Going back again. So up to 5 inches. Make sure it's straight. So I have this again. Then we knot. Just like we did earlier. So I'm going to knot twice, then knot again. So this is how we are going to do as well for the front bodies. So this is it now. So now we have our darts ready. So we are going to iron it to make it smooth. Then we will do the same for the front bodies as well. That's what I'm going to do next is just to sew the lining on the back bodies. We've not yet gotten to the front bodies. So now how do we sew the lining? This lining is shorter than the fabric because of the zipper allowance. We want it to be neat as possible. So this is the lining and it's shorter. So we are going to go to where we divided the lining, where there's a straight edge, not where we shaped the edge, because one side is drafted in such a way that it is shaped with the skirt, but the other one is just being divided into two, so it has a straight line, just like this one. This is what I'm talking about. So we are going to go to that place now. Then we'll go to the front Then we go to the zipper allowance here. So this is the zipper allowance. So we take this and we place the lining on the right side of the fabric. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm placing it on the right side of the fabric here. Then I'm taking it to my sewing machine. Then I'm going to sew it down. No shaping, nothing. I'm just going to sew it down like this. So make sure you are very careful while sewing. So let's go. So I'm going to sew. So I'm going to knot. Then after that, I'm going to do the same for the front bodies for the other side as well. So I'm going to go check my check the lining, the straight side. We are going to sew it on the straight side as well. So but because this side is the other side, so I'm going to sew it. I'm placing the right side of the fabric and the lining together like this. Then I'm going to sew it down. You have to conceal all rough edges. So I'm placing it on my sewing machine. I'm sewing down this way. So just going to sew the top after sewing the sides here. So I'm going to sew the top on the fabric. So I'm just making sure the lining is equal here. Then I'm going to place the fabric on my sewing machine and sew down. Remember why cutting, we make sure the lining is shorter because we want to conceal the rough edges and we don't want the lining to show as well. So that is why we did that the other time. So you're going to see it now. So I'm going to backstitch, almost done. Then I'm going to cut is to sew the side. We have sewn the top, we've sewn the zipper, we have sewn the zipper, and we have sewn the sides. So now what I'm going to do is just to sew the sides here. We are not going to sew the underneath here. Or we rather hem it or add something like a flare, a pleat to it. So now I'm going to place my fabric at the side here. Then I'm going to sew, and I will concentrate on how it's been shaped. So you don't sew straight, you sew according to the shape, because this is where the shape will come out. This is the main side. I'm just tracing out the sides as I sew. So now we are done. Let's turn moving to the other side and see what we've done so far. So now, these are the front and the back. These are the back bodies. We will not touch the front body because we don't really have much things to do there. So now, I have sewn this side, the side. I've sewn it. Now I'm going to turn it to the right side to see how it look like. So now, this is the fabric. This is the back bodies. So I have a matching zipper for it. This is the matching zipper. Then I have this fabric, but make sure you iron. I've been unable to iron my fabric. That is why it's kind of a little bit wrinkled. So make sure you always iron, especially as a beginner, so that you won't have any problem. You have something like this, make sure you iron so that everything will be smooth. So I have this zipper which I'm going to join to this side here, to the center here. Remember the zipper allowance. So this is how it's going to be. At the wrong side, this is how it is, but because it's not iron, that is why it's little bit it's even not a little bit, it's highly wrinkled. So make sure you iron yours before you continue. So we are going to go into zipper insertion, how to insert inserting how to insert our zipper. So this is the zipper. It's going to be here like this, then it's going to cover in such a way that you won't even know. So we are going to start with the basic method of inserting zipper. So the first thing we are going to do is just to place this right side of the one part of the bodies to the other side like this, then like this. So after that, I'm going to take this my zipper, I'm going to place it on top of my fabric here and measure where my zipper will stop. So I'm going to go, this is where it's going to stop, but I'm going to go 1 inches above it. So this is where I'm going to pin. So I'm going to measure the zipper down here, and I'm going to go a bit like 1 inches. Make sure it's equal here. So I'm placing it here. Then I'm going to go a bit 1 inches. Then I'm pinning it down. So this is where I'm going to sew down. I'm going to sew it down before joining my zipper. So I'm sewing it down here. After sewing, then I'll come back to explain how we are going to join this zipper. So now, if your skirt is going to have a slit in the back, this is where we are going to stop. Let's say you want it to be like 3 inches long, then you measure your 3 inches. Remember your hemi allowance. So now, let's measure from, this is where we are going to sew down. This is where we are going to sew down to the end of this fabric here. But now, if our zipper is going to have a slit, let's say like 2 inches, well, let's say 2 inches is our hemi allowance. So I'm going to mark this my 2 inches here. Then how long do I want the slit to be? The slit should not be too much. 2 to 3 inches is okay. Let's say now I am going to use this 3 inches, or let's say 4 inches. I measure this 4 inches here. That means that from here to this 4 inches where I measured here, from the hemi, you know, remember we measure 2 inches for the hemi allowance. This is where I mark it for the 2 inches. Then from this 2 inches again, I'm measuring my 4 inches for the slits. So this is the slit, 4 to 2, 4 from 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6 inches. So that means the length that we're going to leave is 6 inches long. So this is it here. Then from this 6 inches now to where I pin my fabric, where I pin my fabric, this is where I'm going to sew it to. That is if there is going to be a slit. So now we are going to explain the slit aspect of it. Then we are going to explain the one that has no slit as well, because I want us to really understand this basic skirt. If you understand the technique of making a basic skirt, you'll be able to make any skirt of your choice. So it all depends on how you understand it very well. And we have a problem when we start making a blouse. So now I am now this is my zipper. Remember, I explained earlier that I place this zipper here just to measure. You can just measure your zipper. Just take your measuring tape. Let me show you so that it will be very clear for you. So now I have this my zipper here, then I'm measuring down. This is just 7.5 inches long. So instead of using this 7.5 inches, I'm going to use 6.5 inches here. So I mark this 6.5 inches here. Then I'm going to go to my skirt. Then I'll measure this 6 inches down as well. So 6.5 inches, which I measured. So that is where the zipper will stop from. So from there, we are going to sew to where our slits will start from. So let's go to our sewing machine and sew. Then I will be right back. From this 6.5 inches that I've marked, this 6.5, make sure you always measure it. So from there, I'm going to sew down. When I'm taking my fabric, taking my so I'm going to back stitch, then I'll sew up to where my stitch begin. Then I'm going to back stitch again. So now what I'm going to explain here is just the sewing of how to make a slit. So this is where the slit is, but it's not very neat. So what we are going to do now is that make sure you iron, like I always said, iron like you do it, so that everything here will be very clear. I'm so sorry for this video. I'm unable to iron, so and I have to make this video for you guys so that you're going to really understand the cutting aspect and the sewing. So now this is the slit. So to make it stable, we are going to just stitch a bit. Where it ends, we are going to stitch down like this. We stitch down, like this. Then you can even stitch down if you want, but you don't need that. Just stitch down like this. Let's go to the sewing machine and do that now. Stitch the slit to make it very neat and to make it stable. So I'm going to go down, just fold it like this. Like this. Then we'll stitch down like this. So now I'm stitching. If you can see, it's very clearly. I'm just stitching down. I'll back stitch, then I'll just stitch down exactly where my slit ends. Then I'm done. So this is how to create a slit for a skirt. Make sure you always knit your wool. Before we join this zipper, what I want to show you is just very simple. Having explained how to make a slit at the back of the skirt, now I decided to remove the slit to show you that we can also join the sides as well. What did I do? I only joined the sides I only join the inside down from where the zipper will stop. So I just join it down. So that is what I did. So we have something like this. Now everywhere is joined except where we are going to insert the zipper, and make sure they are equal. Make sure the length of both bodies are equal, or else it's going to create a problem. So now we are going to go to the sewing machine now, take our zipper, then we are going to sew. Then we'll put this zipper inside this way. So after that, we are going to sew this side in such that this will cover this, that you won't even know there is a zipper there. So that is the beauty of the skirt. If the zipper is showing, then the skirt is nonsense. The skirt is not neat. We have to make sure we do everything one after the other. You don't have to rush. That is why I'm taking my time to take this class as much as I can. So let's go to the sewing machine.